So, Microsoft, a household name technology, made headlines with a jaw-dropping 69 billion bid to acquire Activision Blizzard, the powerhouse behind the iconic Call of Duty series. But this tech saga has taken a twist. The US Federal Trade Commission is not letting this go through without a fight. They're concerned that the deal will give Microsoft an unfair advantage in the cloud gaming industry. Interestingly, the UK Competition Markets Authority, the CMA, initially blocked the deal, but later changed their stance on Microsoft after being asked for concessions were made into the UK market. Despite the deal seemingly to go through, it's will be the biggest acquisition in gaming history. The FTC is appealing the US court ruling approving the acquisition. They argue that the court held them to an excessively high standard and worried that Microsoft potentially withholding Activision games from rival platforms. We thought this story was over. I thought this was over. My biggest problem was, why are you paying that much money for fucking Activision? Sorry. I just don't. That's the bit that gets me. They can buy them, yeah, but if they would have turned around and said they got 16 billion, that would have been all right. 30 billion.
They're doing it for tax.
They're doing
offsetting tax.
Now it's. I do find it, as I said, that 69 billion thing, and then it's that you've got the them toing and froing. We're going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're letting it through. We're not letting it through. This is a bloody mess. This is a total bloody mess. I don't think Activision is how can I put it, is
worth it.
No, they're not worth it. Seriously, Bethesda are worth more than them, even with the rather disappointing Starfield release. Which the more I move away from it, the more fucking disappointing it is. Someone did this great thing with Starfield, and they turned around and said, "Hey, this is Cyberpunk 2077." And this is what it would be like if it was made by Bethesda. So every time we got into a car, loading screen. Every time we got into a lift, loading screen. Every time we got into a map, loading screen. Exactly like you get on Starfield. But yeah, this is. I find this balmy. I find it absolutely balmy. That we thought this was done and dusted, and now it seems to be being blocked again. So, what are your thoughts?
I can't believe it's still going on. Honestly, like you, I thought it was finished, done, dusted. Yeah. Get on with your lives. Nothing to see here. Move along. There is no story here, but there is, apparently. What? Just let it go.
So as I said, I've said this before, and I've said multiple times that it's probably better for these big companies to find smaller game studios that are producing stuff like the company that produced the last Baldur's Gate game. Yeah, if Sony wanted to really screw Microsoft over, they'll acquire them. Yeah, they'll acquire them and make all their stuff exclusive, because that Baldur's Gate game, in comparison to Starfield, didn't hear a bad word against it. Yeah, I don't like that sort of game, but I was like, oh, they did have a bear fucking scene in it. I'm not joking when I said that. That was the only bit that made me go, huh? But I don't know if they just threw that in there just for a bit of controversy, just for a bit of marketing, just for a laugh. You know, it's like, kind of, we're a small company, we can't afford a big marketing budget. How do we get everyone talking about us? This is the thing. And one guy, they're sitting there, they're throwing all these things out. We could give this away free, or platform exclusive there, or here, there. And someone went, fuck a bear. Yes, we'll have some of that. You think, you got the look on your face, Baptist. You think I'm joking too? You do. I'll find you. I'll send. Our WhatsApp group will be lit up after this. I'll tell you that for a start.
That sounds like the theory that they came up with that film for Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen that. I don't.
Anyway. I don't get this. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, yes. But if they just wait now, because let's face it, Activision, their reputation's gone down the pan. If they just wait, they'll get it for cheaper anyway. Just wait.
the other thing too is the thing I'm making the jokes about is that you're going to inherit all the HR problems because you know that some of those people are waiting for Microsoft to bite them so they can sit there and hit $1 million lawsuits. Do you know that? That will be one of the. I'm going to keep my eye out for that because it'll be and they'll be legitimate too. They won't be like made up shit that Hollywood comes up with. This will be legitimate stuff.
I'm genuinely gutted about Activision because, especially because obviously I'm into the retro scene, and Activision were there from the start. They were there from the Atari 2600 days. And whenever you got an Activision game, you knew you were getting quality. Over all the cartridges, an Activision game was quality. And up until, well, they've just lived off Call of Duty, haven't they, for a while?
It was. I think they started going a bit rotten when they introduced multiple Guitar Heroes. I think that was they started looking a little on the greedy side. It was when they were like, it was Guitar Hero this, Guitar Hero that. And blah, blah, blah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Guitar Hero, but like everybody else, it was good for Christmas and a New Year party. And then after that, you didn't play it again until Christmas or New Year. It's. I'm gutted.
And then, as I said, the other part of it too, we don't talk too much about, is but Blizzard.
Oh yeah, look at StarCraft. Look how big StarCraft was. And StarCraft 2.
Why is this StarCraft 3? They could be making tons of money off that. And then they did the stupid thing with the mobile game. What was it? Immortal. Oh my word! What were they thinking? Come on, guys! And it was great because that bloody press conference. You guys have mobiles? It's like no. We wanted a PC game. We're PC gamers. We're here for the PC games, not for the mobile games. If they were sensible and they were clever, what they would have done is they would have turned around and gone, you can play it on your desktop, you can play it on your mobile phone, you can play it on your tablet, and you can play it on your console. So you can play it across thingy, and you can all team up and all work together, blah blah blah. And there's an in-game shop where we can make lots of money. That's what they should have done.
Blizzard could have just survived on, because they had their own platform, their own installer. They could have just survived with StarCraft and StarCraft 2 alone and not even bothered to do anything else. It was its own entity, and they could have just survived and just carried on doing that for years. But somebody obviously made some weird decision, and there's a downfall.
It's a gentleman by the name of Bobby Kotick. Absolute bastard. One of the worst bastards in the industry. He's an absolute bastard. Trust me, he's one of the worst ones. So, just to sort of wrap this up, this ongoing saga between Microsoft and the FTC over the Blizzard Activision acquisition is more than a business deal. It's a story of market control, competition, and the future of gaming. While Microsoft aims to expand its empire, the FTC is standing its ground, concerned about fair play in the industry. It's a classic case of innovation versus regulation, and the outcome could redefine the gaming landscape. Anyway, with that, next story.